comes into this idea of we're going off just what something looks like. And so we're getting out of intimacy and connection and we're getting into performance. And people thinking they have to step into, you know, let's say stereotypically a bedroom, and you have to perform in a way. You have to perform as a sexual person. This has to be this potentially pornographic thing that I've seen, so I'm trying to recreate what this looks like.
The idea of performance is so personal for me because I had a condition called vaginismus for 8 years, which is a terrible name. I just think it's so on the nose.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a pain disorder where it essentially involves the involuntary contractions of the pelvic floor muscles, which makes sex unbearable. Oh. It's excruciating, and because I'm a woman and I'm a woman with a vagina, doctors love to say, you're good, you're all good, don't stress. So it took me 8 years to get diagnosed. That involved sex therapy, physiotherapy, and the whole gamut of things. But as an adolescent, wanting to have sex, because I'm a person and that was part of my makeup, wanting to have an intimacy with someone, harbouring this pain that was incredibly obvious only to me, and watching porn where I was seeing women sort of with these grimaces on their face but enjoying it, I mastered performance. And I experienced 8 years of incredibly painful sex with no poker face. I was animated, wearing a smile. And I think porn did that. And it wasn't necessarily my boyfriend at the time's fault. He never actually knew. We had a really great conversation years later where he was like, oh my God, I wouldn't have wanted to have done that if I knew it was causing that much pain. So again, I was abiding a sexual script that had been written by someone outside of our relationship and was so influential on our relationship.
And you never found the words to tell him at that time what was going on for you?
That's a great point too, because I didn't know. I thought pain in sex was normal.
Went together.
My brain always goes back to this idea of when you are young and when you are talking to people who have had their first partners and have had sex for the first time, this idea of, oh, it'll hurt a bit, but that's normal.
Yeah.
And this normalization of pain and suffering and this idea that you just grit your teeth and bear it, which I hate so much, because pain should not be a normal part of any sexual encounter unless that's a consensual thing we want to be doing. And this idea that is just a normal thing, that our body should just feel pain and is something that we then just have to mask and perform and do. And it's something that I think a lot of young people don't realise is not normal.